Hey, we are here. It's last minute betting with the Sports Nuts, Bob and Mike. We're going to bring you all of the sports that you can handle. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Click those links below in the description for the best sports books in your state or province. And the OddsJam Partner Program. Share that link with your friends and get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. Live chat is available. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need that. Fill out the form below in the description to get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 a month sports betting. You can do that with Mike. His Calendly link is there. My Calendly link is there. Mike at OddsJam.com, Bob at OddsJam.com. Go to TikTok, OddsJam_nuts. We need followers and the Discord link. Join the group right now. You like that, Mike? I was right on time there again.
Bam, right on the spot.
Right on the spot. Folks, we have a special guest here tonight. Backstage is Joe Madden from Joe Madden Sports, and I am going to bring her in right now. There she is.
Hey, guys.
And Joe, welcome to the show. We're very excited to have you. Joe is in Calgary, Alberta. She is big into hockey, so we're gonna be talking hockey. She does baseball. She knows all kinds of things about betting. And welcome to the show. Are you excited about being on with me and Mike?
I am so excited to be here. I couldn't ask for a better way to spend my afternoon on it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
You really doubt which day it is when you talk sports all the time. It's Wednesday.
That's true.
That is true.
She is on. Go to her YouTube channel, folks, Joe Madden Sports, and follow her. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. She does podcasts every day. She's got betting shows every day. Who's the guy you got that's the Phillies guy, Joe?
The Phillies guy. Wow, you put me on a spot. I can't remember who the Phillies guy is.
Yeah,
There's so many guests that come on.
Yeah, she has a ton, and they're really, really good too. And she's got some plays for tonight. Our guys in the chat are really going to want to know all about these plays. Mike, I'm going to let you take over for a bit so you can talk to Joe. And
Absolutely, Bob. So obviously we have an enormous hockey game tonight. Those of you who know, we are huge hockey fans. Joe Madden is also a huge hockey fan. So with this game tonight, it looks as if, Tampa Bay has some momentum now. They fight back, knock off Colorado the way they were beaten the previous game. And it feels as if this thing is heading for a 2-2 series tie, so to speak. My question is, do you think that the fact that Colorado had just dominated Tampa Bay so badly in that prior game and then had to fly all the way to Florida, do you think maybe that they were just a little tired and maybe there's going to be an overreaction from that last game?
Yeah, I definitely think there's going to be an overreaction. Look at last game. First period, yes, Tampa did dominate. Second period, they dominated. We have to remember that Colorado did get a goal taken back in that first period as well. Look at what happened in the third period. Very similar to what we saw in the third period of the first game. No one was able to score. Both of these teams played each other tight, played hard. I think if anyone's rolling with momentum into this game, it's Colorado. Because yes, Tampa got the win in the last game, but Colorado was able to shut them down in that third period.
Ooh, okay.
That is a great point. Yes, that is a great point because and you got to look at what Tampa Bay did with the Rangers in that third period of game 2, where they kind of took that momentum, even though they lost that game, went down 2-0, they took that momentum and then won 4 in a row. So I 100% agree with what she is saying here because I think Colorado can build off of that third period, and you throw the other 2 periods out the window. It's done and over with. It just wasn't their night. As she mentioned, you had a goal taken off the board. You had an unbelievable save by Vasilevsky in that first period that I thought instantly, there we go. Here we go again, 1-0 Colorado, but a huge save by him. And Colorado, I thought in the first 10 minutes, even though Tampa Bay had played better, they once again had an opportunity to put them away had some things not gone their way. So I think 100% Colorado has got some momentum.
Yeah, and I think we look at that first period, and that goal that was taken back was such a shift in the energy out of Colorado. You just felt them feel deflated with that being taken back. And it was very odd. I don't know if all the viewers watched it, but sitting there, they weren't going to challenge. Tampa was not going to challenge. And the amount of time they had before they went up for that face-off and then a challenge was called, it was like the refs were begging Tampa to challenge that one. I found it odd. I found everything odd about it. And then I think it really sucked the life out of Colorado moving forward in that game for that first and second period. What I did love out of Tampa, though, they played their own game in the last game. They did not react to Colorado's game. They played their game and made Colorado react to theirs.
Right. So I'm going to jump in here. How the linesman missed the call, which we saw it on TV and thought it was offsides live on TV. And the guy is right there, standing there looking at the puck. How he missed it is beyond me, but that's the NHL and their officiating. I'm just going to tell you guys one thing right now. Colorado scored 5 power play goals this series, okay? If Tampa Bay stays out of the box, this series, game one, probably, that 5-on-3 power play in the first period, remember, that put them up 3-1, Colorado up 3-1. You take that away, Tampa Bay wins that first game, and we got a 2-1 series lead with Tampa Bay. I don't think that you're going to make Tampa Bay play Colorado's game. Tampa Bay is going to play their game. They're in the groove, just like they did in the Rangers series, just like they've done for the last 2 years, Joe. They are in a groove. Puck possession is what it's all about.
Yeah, puck possession definitely is what it's all about. But if Colorado can upset them and keep them in that penalty box, like we keep seeing Tampa make those mistakes, Colorado seems to know exactly where to shoot on Vasilevsky to get that puck in the back of the net. They seem to have his number. If any team can pull off this upset and hoist the Stanley Cup, it's going to be Colorado. They could pull it off. They have every opportunity to do it. They just have to play the same way they did in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, agree with you 100%. Now, I want to get to a few comments. All right. We got Joey Rappaport. Let's go. What's up, Joey? Yara Dominguez. Hey, guys, let's take the money. Chris Quadrini. Hey, boys, been working a lot, so I've missed a couple of Nutz shows. Martingale, the Stanley Cup on Colorado. One game 1 up 100. One game 2 up 200. Lost game 3, so I got 200 on game 4. Yes, I agree, Joe.
Yes.
You're 89 Romeo. Will there be 8 or more runs in the Rangers versus Phillies game?
I'll take the over. Look, I mean, you see what Phillies games are like. Over seems to be the route to go. So I'm going towards the over in that game, Romeo.
That's 6 at the top of the 7th.
The goal that was taken back was equal to a goal for Tampa. The crowd reacted as if it was a goal. And there's C. Wally. This guy is there for us every day on TikTok and here on YouTube. He says, howdy, y'all, and welcome, Joe. Thank you, Wally, for doing that. And think scoring first is vital in this series, dictates play. Tampa Bay, if anything.
Somewhat, but Colorado did score first in that last game, right? So, and it very well could have been 2-0. Again, the save by Vasilevsky was huge. I know we can, and it was a great save. I mean, the push off to get there was great, but let's face it, when that happens, sometimes I'm sure that guy he would have loved to elevate that a little bit more. And then it's a no doubter. So it is what it is. I agree with the third period momentum. And I honestly think that if there's one bet that I think I like heading into this game, I think we got to look at Colorado in the first period.
Absolutely. Okay. And I think you look at them on the puck line as well. Don't waste your money on the money line. Taking them on puck line, you're getting plus 180 to 184. I've seen those numbers. I think it's so much value there. We've seen them come out, dictate the pace in that first period. In those first 2 games, they need to come out and quiet that crowd. They need to take that first period if they want to win this one.
I agree. So here's what we're going to do, Joe. And you actually have a few plays for our viewers here and what have you. But what I want to do is I want to share my screen, and I want to go to the NHL page, which right here, sports, drop down to NHL. And let's go to the game right now. And you're talking puck line. So let's look at the puck line. And I'm in Illinois. So
yeah,
here's
first period, Bob.
Right. We're going to look at that too. But she was saying if you were going to take anybody on the puck line, Colorado, it's plus 220 right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the first period puck line.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
First period only.
Let me find it here. First period puck line.
But I do not hate Colorado on the puck line for the full game at that price.
No, I don't either. I think that's
a good play.
I mean, yeah, I think right now, if you're looking at this game, the value's all for Colorado this game. I mean, in all honesty.
It's going to my bet tracker, Joe, and then I'm going to leave here after we get off this show. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to drive across the Mississippi River, and I'm going to go make a bet in Illinois.
I love it. Go do it.
I had to do a TikTok video while I'm at it, right?
Yep.
All right.
Jordan Thackeray says McKinnon anytime goal.
Oh,
it's a lock.
That is golden tonight. The media has been giving him so much slack, saying he's not getting enough done. I believe it's great plus money. Over plus 160 is what I saw. So I would lock that in too.
Absolutely.
His shots on goal tonight is a little juice.
That's a great bet, Joe.
Yeah. Yes. And I agree. That is a great bet. So you guys think I'm nuts for taking Tampa Bay minus 1.5, right?
For the game or for the first period?
For the game.
For the game? Yeah, 100%.
Okay, Joe, you think I'm crazy too, right?
You know what? I stayed off a full game bet, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
I don't love this full game. So I've got bets for the first period, for the total for the full game, and some prop bets. But I stayed off that for full game because you never know what's going to happen in this third.
That's absolutely right. So you know what? We're going to give you an opportunity to talk about some of those bets right now with our audience. We've got quite a few people watching live right now. So what are the bets besides first period Colorado on the puck line?
Yeah, so definitely riding with that. That is my favorite. Now, another thing I'm looking at, and I am waiting till we are 1 minute into this game. Fingers crossed the goal does not come within that 1 minute. Right now, if you take the first period over 1.5, it's too highly juiced. You get into that game or even right before puck drops, this line is going to move down. You're going to get better value. I think you have to ride the over in that first period. We have seen both of these teams be able to get those goals. These teams want to come out and shut each other up, basically, is how they want to play this. If we're going to get an over, it's very unlike a lot of these other series we've seen where the third period is our over cash maker. It's the first period in this one. The books know it. Wait till this one is about to drop. Even an hour before in the last game, it opened in the morning around the same at minus 140, dropped to minus 110. So wait on that one. Hit it right before this game kicks off. I also, I love the over. I think you have to ride the over 6. I looked at the team totals. Both of them are over 2.5. Juiced on that. You just got to take the full game over. I really do think this is a 4-3 style game. Either way you peg it. And that's why I'm not taking a side in this, because I can see this one play out where it's a little bit of puck luck coming with that last goal. So I'm not going to take a side, but one of your viewers mentioned Nathan McKinnon. I think you have to hit him for that anytime goal. Hit him for his shots on goal tonight. His shots on goal was over 4.5, a little bit juiced too, in the minus 130 to 140 area in there. And then another way to look at this, now I love goalie props. I love hitting those. Vasilevsky, it's moved up to 33.5, his save shots on goal. I really do think he still goes over that. I'm looking for Colorado to put at least 40 shots on him. And we know he's not going to have another game where he lets in 7 shots. So I think 33.5 is still a safe number to take that over. Tampa doesn't play the same game that Colorado plays, where they rely on blocking for their goalie, putting their bodies in front of that net. So we will see Vasilevsky get those saves tonight. Kemper, on the other hand, his number is 26.5 to the over, a little bit juice there. I'm going to stay off it. We played him under in the last game. I think he has a better night, but that 26.5 is right on the borderline where I just don't want to touch it. So that's what I'm playing tonight. I think this over 6 is easy money too, you guys. It screams at me a 7-point game.
Okay. All right. So I got to go to a couple of comments.
100%.
Couple of comments.
Tail him, chat, tail it.
My friends here love to give me trouble, especially Jordan. Here comes Bob, 20-minute lecture about how he's won over 500 games in the NHL. Yes, Bob, you're crazy. Go Avs.
Yeah, you are. You're 100% right, Jordan. Hey, we don't want to hear this lecture again tonight. All right?
I'm not giving you a lecture, okay? Come on.
Just saying.
Looks like Joe is going to keep the guests of the show's locks undefeated because Jordan was a guest on our show.
Nice.
And his lock was undefeated. Is that a lock, Joe? Or one of those bets a lock?
Oh, no, I don't ever call anything a lock. You know, in sports betting, anything can happen. Vasilevsky, for all we know, something could happen. He could go out of this game like we saw with the St. Louis Blues with Binghamton when I was writing that. So I never call any a lock. You never know what is going to happen. These games we can't script them out. But I do think taking the over in this one is the solid way to go.
Right. Okay.
Agreed. I'm not touching any more unders, NHL hockey guy Bob. I'm sorry. You've lost me on the unders.
Hey, you know what?
I'm done. I don't want any part of them. Don't try to give me a taste of any of them. Stay away with your unders.
I keep it entertaining, my friend. I keep it entertaining. All right. I'm going to go share the screen again, and we're going to go to the Positive EV page. And I'm going to ask your opinions on a couple of plays that are just popping up. This is live betting, all right? So let me get to the Positive EV page, and let's take a look at a few plays here. Okay, so we got Pirates-Cubs. That game is not started yet. It starts at 6:05. Over 9 total runs. Joe, like or not?
Over 9 total runs, I could see it happening. I would be more confident in laying here with the Pirates over the Cubs. I can't trust in the Cubs and everything that they have been doing as of late. They have been having way too many struggles. And when we look at them against Pittsburgh, they have not played well. They're 3-7 in their last 10 meetings. I like the money with the home dog.
Okay. All right. She likes the money line with them. All right, let's look at another positive EV play. First half team total, Atlanta Braves over 2.5. Plus 135 on DraftKings without the juice, plus 124, plus 114 on the Pinnacle line. Mike, like that play or not?
Yeah, I do. You saw last night in that game what happened. I think that Atlanta is certainly – I actually like in this game, I like the over anyway. I like the over 9 runs.
Okay. So
I would certainly be inclined to take Atlanta's over total there as well. So, yeah, I like that bet. Now, I'm going to tell you, in that Cubs-Pirates game, Bob, I like the under in that, man. I think Thompson has an opportunity to shut down the Pirates lineup. And I think that I'm going to roll with the under in that.
Very, very quickly. And Joe is really good with baseball, folks. So check her out. She really does a great job. Braves and Giants, Joe, and NRFI. First inning total runs, no runs, basically under 0.5, plus 108 on FanDuel. You feeling that one or not?
You know, those nerfies are hard, but you've got Rodon starting here for the Giants. I like what he's been doing. He's got a 2.84 ERA on the season. I can really see him limiting the Braves in this first inning. Morden coming up. He is the question mark for me. The Giants might hit off of him. If they're going to hit off him, they're going to hit him off him early. I can't get behind it.
Okay. All right. Mike, are you into it or not?
No, I'm not into that
Okay.
one.
All right.
I will stay away from that one.
Let's go to shots on goal. Steven Stamkos. It's a positive EV play. Joe, 41-cent market with because it's a player prop. Plus 134 without the juice. We can get this baby for plus 145, over 3.5 shots on goal. And you know what? I'm taking it.
Take it home. Yeah, take it
Yeah.
home. Stamkos has to come out. He has to get those shots on goal. He's going to have Cale Makar in his face blocking those shots, but I think Stamkos, if anyone, can get them tonight.
100% agree. And I expect Tampa Bay to have some power play opportunities in this game. So certainly we know what a threat he is there. So they'll definitely try to set him up with that one timer. I like his shots on goal to go over there as well.
Okay, now another one, Mike and Joe. Victor Hedman, over 2.5 shots on goal. Minus 135 without the juice. We can get that for minus 130. Joe, you like that play?
I don't. They've been limiting Hedman so much. We did see him have a fantastic game in the last game, but this wasn't the style of game that I think we're going to see Tampa play or Colorado play in game 4. Hedman went over in his last one by 0.5 point. He got those 3 shots on goal. It was 2.5. I'm going to have to go with him getting back to his trend of staying under in this series.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there, Bob, because I think they need Victor Hedman more for defensive purposes in this series. I think that they will look to try to get guys like Stamkos obviously involved more. Hedman, I think, is going to be more focused on, you can't allow Colorado to get those odd man rushes. So he needs to be more focused defensively.
One last play, Kucherov under 2.5 shots on goal. You think the injury is going to keep this guy from shooting the puck?
Hell no. Hell no. If he is playing tonight, he is coming out firing. They're not putting him on that ice unless his thumb will allow it. He's going to be firing. He's going to have a big night.
He's playing. Braden Point is out. Trust me. Kucherov's playing. No two ways about it. Yep. By the way, Kadri, is Kadri back tonight, folks?
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, last I saw, I think he's back in the lineup.
Okay, let's look at any other plays here. This is a YRFI, and after that game last night.
He's in, Bob.
Do what?
He's in. Kadri's in.
Kadri's in? Okay.
Yep.
One more play. Angels, Royals, YRFI. A Yerfie.
Angels and Royals. I'm just remembering who is pitching for them. Ohtani.
Yeah.
Up for the Angels. Lynch up for Kansas. I think we'll see a run in that first inning. We know Ohtani has shown his struggles. His ERA is still 3.28, although he started off stronger, got weaker. I think he's looking a little bit better, but I can see between these two teams, especially with Lynch starting here, there's going to be a run in that first inning.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, that game last night, remember, a lot of runs in that game, a combined, 23 runs in that game. They both went through about 14 relief pitchers in that game. Holy cow. Yeah, I'll take the YRFI there.
Okay, so I just want to show everybody what we hit here. We hit Colorado first period puck line, minus 0.5. We took the Braves over first half team total on DraftKings, plus 135. By the way, that Colorado is plus 185. Stamkos over 3.5 shots on goal, plus 145 on DraftKings. Kucherov over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 140 on FanDuel. and we took first inning runs for the YRFI for the Angels Kansas City game. By the way, folks, can you believe that Ohtani had 2 home runs, 8 RBIs? He hit 2 3-run homers, and they lost. I mean, my goodness, what happened to the Angels? Everybody thought they were coming out of the gate, Joe, like, they were going to contend for that division.
Yeah, it's really sad to see what happened to the Angels. They sure fell apart. That loss, the amount of losses they had in a row was unbelievable. Did it hit 13 or did it get to 14? How many did they lose in a row?
That lost 14.
Somewhere between 12 and 14. Yeah, it was somewhere in that range. Yeah, which led them to fire their manager,
Joe Madden. Anyone getting rid of a Madden is got issues. I don't know.
Joe Madden? You can't fire Joe Madden. What do you know?
And if you are, you got to replace him with a Joe Madden.
Joe Madden.
So absolutely.
You should be managing the Angels, Joe.
Oh, I'm sure I could whip those guys into shape. Come on, let's get going.
You got to keep Mike Trout from getting injured.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is a major problem. So let's see. Of course, Jordan, anytime Mike can attack me, Jordan's right there to egg him on. Yeah. Colorado puts constant pressure on Tampa. Tampa panics. They go to the box. You know what? I'm going to throw something out here, okay?
It's true.
And I've kept my mouth pretty well shut, okay? But you know what? The NHL at the beginning of the season said, you know what? We're going to quit this. We're going to stop this cross-checking. Guys are cross-checking. Guys are getting hurt. There have been 2 plays, 3, by Colorado defensemen that neither one of them got penalties. And with the way they came out of the gate, this is the part of the NHL that I don't like, the officiating. With the way they came out of the gate, they said they were going to crack down on that stuff. And guess what? They did at the beginning of the season. And then as the season went on, they forgot all about it. Now we're in the playoffs and we're not doing it at all. Okay. Absolutely. Manson already should have been penalized. The hit on Kucherov, it was a cheap shot. I'm sorry. That's a cheap shot. You're trying to injure a guy. Okay. You don't do that. Okay. Play the game respectively. And you know where they get that from? They get that from, and I'm going to say it, that scumbag Kadri, because his attitude is to hurt people. Okay.
You're just crying, Bob. That's all you're doing. The tears are dripping. You're making excuses. You sound like a guy who's been losing some bets. Look, let's just call a spade here, man. Kadri, you're mad at him. You're bitter at him because he ran into your goaltender. That was unfortunate.
And her goaltender,
but what was also unfortunate was the way the fans reacted to that incidental injury. And I'm glad Kadri was able to get a hat trick in that next game to shut them up, because people like you need to just
whatever.
Years, Bob.
Here, Chris Quadrini, Bob, that's been going on for 125 years. Cry, baby.
Absolutely,
whatever.
Chris. Get him.
I'm going to cry until it turns my way. But I'm going to tell you what y'all are going to be crying about tonight, because I'm telling you right now, these are my bets. I'm taking Tampa Bay on the money line, and I'm taking Tampa Bay on the puck line -1.5. And you know what? When I'm collecting, you guys are going to say, you know what? Maybe he knows more about what he's talking about.
No, what's going to happen is you're going back to the same well you went to the other night, and that well is dry, boy. Dry. Nothing in there, Bob. Not even a drop for you. Okay? Stay away.
Okay. Well, I've already bet it. And it's not costing me any money for the -1.5. I used a free bet and bet MGM. So, I'm not going to be out anything, but I will have money in pocket when it hits. And by the way, I did bet that the other night when you guys thought I was nuts for even talking about Tampa Bay.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I wasn't here.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about.
Well, you know what? You sure made it seem that way. You sure made it seem that way, Bobby. You sure made it seem that way.
Mike and his posse. Joe, what's your take on Cody Bellinger? He's been batting 198 forever.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. I don't know. I really don't have much of a take on him. He's not one of the pitchers. He's solid and good, but not someone I really have huge confidence in. There's a lot more pitchers out there that I have huge confidence in over him.
Okay, so Jordan, I love it when he's confident. And Chris, Bob, you sound like a guy that's been losing. Actually, you know what's
said that too.
You know what's been making me money? The baseball bets. The totals, the last two nights with the White Sox and the Blue Jays have padded my pocketbook big time, folks. And if you weren't following those plays, you should have been. And you should also follow this woman here, Joe Madden. Joe Madden Sports on YouTube. Joe, tell these folks a little bit about what you do on your shows.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. I'm all over YouTube as well. So I have a whole bunch of different shows. My Joe Madden Sports podcast, I'm focusing on bringing guests from within the industry and kind of uniting us all. I really do think that this industry is so small. There is no reason for all of us not to work together somehow in some way. And it's a great group of people we have in this industry. We're not against each other. A lot of people forget that. We're betting against the books and trying to win money. And I love that part of that. I also have my Puck It with Joe, which of course will be ending soon with hockey wrapping up, but we'll be starting that back up. I have my Cup of Joe in the morning, which I give out a free play. And like Bob, you were saying, I focus on the Toronto Blue Jays there. Trying to give just whoever they are playing my free pick in that game. So you guys will always, if you're looking for Toronto Blue Jays pick, you'll get at least me saying if I'm staying off it or if I'm on it and what I'm liking in that game. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff happening. So make sure you head on over to Joe Madden Sports on all of those platforms.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And Joe, we hope that you're going to come back again.
Oh, for sure.
I would love for you to have a Cup of Joe on my coffee show sometime, because we have a lot of fun in the morning.
I could do that, and I've still got 2 cups of coffee sitting here. Yeah, I've always got coffee around me. We can definitely do it.
That's fantastic. Okay, so I should just pretty well write off Tampa Bay. They're done, right, guys?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. This is going to be a true test to Colorado. Bob, if Tampa loses tonight, I think they're done. I think Colorado takes game 5. If Tampa loses tonight, I have a ticket. I have a future for 6. I cannot see it playing out in 6 anymore. So this either goes to 5 or it goes all the way to 7.
Okay. All right. So, in hockey, and by the way, Chris, I haven't been losing, just lost a few hockey bets. It's okay.
No, he didn't say you've been losing. He said you've been a sore loser.
No, I'm a sore winner. But anyway, let's get to what I want to talk about here. Game 5 in a 7-game series in the NHL playoffs is always the key game. So no matter who wins tonight, whoever wins game 5 is most likely going to win the series. And you're right. If Colorado wins tonight and they win game 5, they've won the series. Yes, absolutely. I can see that happening. I don't think that Tampa and John Cooper, who I have tremendous respect for as a coach, I think he's just a phenomenal coach. If you guys don't know this, earlier in the year, he chewed that team out. They were playing so bad. And he got them together. He's that kind of a motivator. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, he definitely is. And I think he could pull his team together. But do they have what it takes? Can they stay out of the penalty box? If they played like they did in the last game, Corey Perry, for one, needs to stay out of that penalty box. He's not helping his team by being in there. So for Tampa to win this, we're going to see huge adjustments. He is going to have to get them more disciplined because they're not going to win by having that disadvantage on the ice. So if they can do that, if Tampa can control the pace of the game, play the game that they want to, instead of letting Colorado get in their head and then turning to reactive game. We even saw them do that with the Rangers. They turned to play a reactive game to how the Rangers were playing, especially in that first period, which is why I will hammer the Avs in the first period for every single game that they play in this series, because Tampa is known for doing this, coming out that little bit slow, reacting to Colorado, and then in their second period, answering back.
Very good. Very good. All right, Mike, you got a lock of the night?
Yeah, Bob, I am going to roll with the Guardians on the money line tonight. That is right. I'm going back to the Guardians tonight for my lock of the night. Didn't do it last night, but the Guardians have came through for me. I'm rolling with them tonight.
Okay. Now, by the way, the Guardians are in first place. We didn't see this coming.
They are.
Joe, did you see this coming?
No. Who would see this coming with Cleveland? No.
Yeah.
I said they would be guarding the bottom of the division at the beginning of the year, so that shows how far off I was.
Right, exactly. All right, my lock of the night, I'm taking the Cardinals on the money line. Against the Brewers, Wainwright's pitching. I'm taking the Cardinals on the money line.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I got. A couple more comments from Chris. I think Tampa is well coached. I just don't think there's enough gas in the tank to win this one. You know what? Without Braden Point, you might be right, because they really could have used a fully healthy Braden Point. But you know what? That's hockey. It's the way it is, right? And let's see what else we got here. Cup finally gets the heck out of Florida. Bobby V, they too are in first. Cards, yes. Colorado run line. Steve Post, hey Joe, would you ever team up with the Ice Queen on be it on pick one? I don't know, Daryl. Not sure what you're saying there. All right, let's do it. Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here. Joe, it's been great. Thank you for coming on the show. We went to a little extended period. Say goodbye to the folks, everybody. Let's get out of here.
Bob got long-winded.
Bye, folks.
All right. Don't forget, early betting. We're going to be on later on in between the first and second period. Bob and Mike with our early betting for tomorrow. All right. See you guys. Peace.